Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk movies, television, and wrestling. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Episode 3. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Sure, to leave a like, comment, let me know your thoughts on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So, yeah, Episode 3 is out, and we are actually getting Episode 4 early this week due to the Super Bowl. So, it will be coming out on Friday, so I'll have that review out to y'all on Saturday. Really looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the first half of this season quite a bit because I do believe there's only 6 episodes this season, and now we are officially at the halfway mark. And the way that this episode ends, it really does seem like, okay, now we are really going to start getting serious when it comes to the show. I hope we do keep some of the lightheartedness that we've had within the first 3 episodes, just because I feel like that's the charm of it. That's what differentiates it from Game of Thrones so much, that, you know, it's not all serious all the time. There is this little bit of lightheartedness. It's this almost like this buddy cop type style show between Sir Dunk and Egg. Now, obviously, they are going to have problems moving forward, especially after everything that's been revealed. And I will say this when it comes to the episode overall, because I don't think this review is going to be too long, because this episode was really short. And, you know, this was, I think it was 40 minutes overall. And that was with the credits and with the inside the episode stuff. I'm not sure if the recap is also part of it. If the recap is also part of the runtime, then the episode is even shorter than, 30 minutes. It was really, really quick. Like, once we were wrapping up, I was like, are we almost done? Pause. I was like, holy cow, the runtime was super short on this episode. Now, with that being said, I do think I don't think this necessarily needed to be a long episode. I would like it a little bit longer due to what we did in the end. And we'll just get right into it. So, the whole crux of this episode was to really buy us in more, or have us buy in more to the relationship of Sir Dunk and Egg, right? Really build up this partnership between them, between Knight and I forgot what the person is called that's next to the Knight that helps them with all their stuff, and really selling them on that. The conversation that they were having throughout, Egg picking on Dunk when, he's talking to his crush that he has, them mimicking each other when they're at the night games, and they're seeing them actually battling each other out. The conversation they had up on the hill where you're going, did you really come in here like that? I don't want to talk about it. Turns out that was actually going to mean a lot more. Again, just everything that we were doing, and even some of the things that we were building up. Dunk even talking to our guy that he talked to in episode 1, who has the spitting problem, saying, hey, let's make a deal here, do this. And Dunk's like, no, I don't want to do anything if I'm not going to get any honor for it. Again, the relationships and the characters that are being built here, especially with our main 2, where, again, it's so different. There appears to be no shades of gray. Where Egg, we're about to get into it because that's what the crux of this video is really going to be about. But Dunk just really does seem like an overall good guy. There is no shades of gray. There's no alternative motive that he's really at, which is a complete breath of fresh air when it comes to the Game of Thrones, right? Or at least in the Game of Thrones world. But when we get to the end of this episode, where it's revealed that Egg is a Targaryen, he is part of the royal family. He was pretending to be a commoner this whole entire time, and was struggling to get food and all these things. And now we understand why he has all these knowledge of knights, as well as because he read the books just like his, I'm guessing his uncle, did as well. He was really interested in the literature and all of that. And my only problem with it, because when it first happened, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. That adds a whole other layer to this dynamic of these two. How is that going to come about? Dunk's probably going to be pissed at Egg, especially after the conversation that he had with his friend about how shitty the Targaryens are. But after thinking about it for a little bit, I couldn't help but be like, why'd you go get Dunk? You know what I mean? And I say this is my immediate thoughts too, and some people are confused, and I do need to reply to them. Like, why do you think it was so messy with the whole ending? It's just, if he's a Targaryen and he knows how his brother is, and he's at the puppet show already, he sees all this hell going down, why didn't he just go, hey, no, Knight, stop, put him to the side, brother, what are you doing? I am also a prince, because, it's not like he didn't recognize him at the end when he goes, back him away. And then he goes, why'd you cut off all your hair? You know what I mean? So why did he go through the trouble to go get dunked, to go defend his girl, and then almost have him lose his teeth? And now he's obviously going to be prison because he put hands on someone of the royal family. It just really felt like this happened so that we can have this bigger reveal later on, and, for plot convenience. It did feel that way. Now, again, overall, I liked the execution of it. In the moment, I really did enjoy it. It's just after it and everything was wrapping up and the credits were beginning to roll, I just couldn't help but think that. So therefore, I didn't love it as much as I would have liked to. I liked it, I just didn't love it. And now we'll see. Now next week, they could explain it, which I really hope they do. Like, I really hope that's one of the first conversations they have. If you've seen in the inside for next week, you see Dunk is all shackled up, and here comes Egg, and now he's in his Targaryen clothes, and they're having a conversation. And I really hope one of the first questions he asks is like, why did you come get me if you could have just stopped it yourself? Because he really could have. And if they don't address it, then again, I just think that's a real missed opportunity when it comes to it. But yeah, again, when it comes to the 3 episodes, is this my favorite? No. Is this probably third? Probably. But does that mean it was a bad episode? And no, I don't, because it was because of the runtime. And no, I don't even think it was because of the twist. I think it was still a solid episode for the most part. It's just, again, that is something that's just like a bruise. I just can't take my eyes off of it, and I do think we do need to explain it, but we very well could explain that once we do get to Friday night. And again, I maybe expand the episode a little bit longer. 35 minutes could be pretty good, but overall, again, it was a fine episode. It was the length that it needed to be. I could have liked a little bit longer. And again, as long as they addressed the twist that Egg was a Targaryen, why he didn't reveal his secret, and why he felt like he needed to get Dunk to begin with, then all's going to be forgiven, and then I'm going to look at the episode in much higher light. But as of right now, out of the 3, it's 3. But that's like saying, yeah, first episode I hit a triple, or first at bat I hit a triple, second at bat I hit a double, and now I hit a single. I still got on base every single time, but it's just, some things have more value to them. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode 3. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Leave a like if you made it this far within a review. I do greatly appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. And don't forget to squeeze the days, guys, because life is too short not to give you also squeeze every opportunity that you can. Until next time, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.